Angela and I will be identifying the current urban challenges that the introduction of IVT will alleviate. The following is what we've identified: street level congestion, pedestrian safety, creating emergency evacuation routes, and allowing pedestrians to avoid street level pollution. IVT will help you move up. First, there is the issue of street level congestion. Here are some typical scenes of sidewalk congestion that is happening all over the world. With the growing populations of the downtown urban centers, this congestion is only going to worsen. What are the factors that are feeding this congestion? First, the inefficiencies of sidewalks surrounding subway stops and major transportation hubs. Second, pedestrian sidewalks slowing down passenger travel and adding to commuter time. And third, growing urban populations. These graphs represent the growth projections for Europe, China, India, and the US. Each country is projected to grow rapidly in the upcoming years. The second graph shows the continued decline of rural population in exchange for the urban settings. Now we're going to show a short clip projecting the future for controlling sidewalk congestion.
Congestion charging zone. Triangulation.
Although this video's premise is a little far-reaching, it could be the only choice to avoid the sidewalk of the future. Let IVT help you move up.
Pedestrian safety is a very important aspect that IVT has looked at. We want to keep people safe. Take a look at this comic. If you have ever visited a metropolitan area, you have probably witnessed firsthand how crazy traffic can be, and maybe even had some close calls yourself. While this comic is making light, pedestrian safety is no laughing matter. Pedestrian accidents are a very common and everyday occurrence. Fact: pedestrian fatalities account for 11% of motor vehicle fatalities. Every 8 minutes, a pedestrian is injured in a traffic accident. On average, a pedestrian is killed in a traffic accident every 111 minutes. In 2005, a total of 4,881 pedestrians were killed by motor vehicle accidents. Don't let this happen to you. IVT is a solution-based system that will clearly mitigate pedestrian accidents and improve these unnecessary injuries and fatalities. Let IVT keep you safe by moving up.
An additional benefit to the IVT system is its benefit to escape high-rises in the case of an emergency. The emergencies have been identified as the following: fires, natural disasters, terrorism, and the boss is coming from down the hall. Here are some conventional or not so conventional methods that are presently being used today to escape danger, none of which are great solutions. The following is a statistic outlining the number of firefighter fatalities during structural fires. For every 100,000 structural fires, 2.5 firefighters have lost their lives. With the introduction of IVT, it will prove to be a safe and effective alternative to a quick and timely escape. Let IVT help you get down.
Street level pollution continues to be a growing problem in major urban sectors. Let's look at some of the top megacities that are unfortunately known for poor air quality. New York has been ranked one of the top 10 worst air qualities in the world. In Beijing, pollution and smog levels are so high and visibility is extremely low that even in the middle of the day, headlights are needed to penetrate the darkness. In Cairo, according to the World Health Organization, breathing daily air pollution is like smoking 20 cigarettes a day. In Mexico City, it is believed that there are only 31 days in a year that are safe to breathe. According to Carnegie's Institution Department of Global Ecology, carbon dioxide is rising at an alarming rate. Where does the pollution come from? SUVs release up to 47% more car pollution than the average size car. The amount of car pollution that is released from cars is much more than the amount of pollution released by a nuclear power plant. Ozone pollution is primarily due to the pollution that is released by cars. 72% of nitrogen oxides and 52% of hydrocarbons, which is a component of smog, are released by cars. Outdoor air pollution alone causes an estimated 800,000 deaths each year. In many urban areas, especially in the developing world, air pollution is the single greatest environmental threat to human health. Let's look at China and air pollution. Expanding car ownership in China has affected traffic and low-grade gasoline, which is making cars a leading contributor to the air pollution problem in Chinese cities. Many places smell like high sulfur and coal and leaded gasoline. Only a third of the 340 Chinese cities that are monitored meet China's own pollution standard. The air pollution and smog in Beijing and Shanghai create such poor visibility that airports have been forced to shut down temporarily. In Beijing, blue sky is rarely seen and you cannot see a building just a few blocks away. Fresh air tours to the countryside are popular in Shanghai.
This map is a depiction of the seriousness of the air pollution in Asia. Over 65 of the pollutant deaths is as a direct result of poor air quality. Major sources found to be the most harmful include sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, particulate matter, and carbon monoxide and volatile organic compounds. Studies show that the results of breathing these materials have led to poor cardiovascular health, respiratory illness, and irreparable damage to the nervous system. Shown here is the proven smog levels that are actually 2 to 4 times higher at street level than they are at the tops of buildings, according to a study done in Honolulu. With the introduction of IVT and providing you with an enclosed space, IVT will help you move up.